Hello, my name is Garrett. Welcome to the Mousepath GAN data collection repository. Mousepath GAN is a data science, programming, machine learning project that I'm working on. A little bit of background about what a GAN is. A GAN is a Generative Adversarial Network, a machine learning framework that aims to generate realistic data given some arbitrary input data. There's a generator and a discriminator. The discriminator's goal is to learn how to distinguish between real and fake data. The generator's goal is to essentially fool the discriminator into thinking that its fake data output is actually real. Over time, both networks get better and improve and generate more realistic data over time. Another visualization of the framework, a bit less technical, but just as accurate, is this. So you have a detective, discriminator, and generator, a forger. The detective is trying to find out if a painting is real or fake. The generator, or the forger, is trying to convince the detective that its forgery is actually real. Back to this. So as you can kind of imagine from the name of this repository, is that I will be using a generative adversarial network to generate realistic paths of mouse movement given some starting position and a target location. So to do this, like in any data science and machine learning project, you need a lot of data. And that's where this data collection directory comes in. So to collect some real data about mouse movement, I made these Python scripts. Collector GUI is where I define a graphical user interface using tkinter. Basically, it's a 1000 by 500 window that comes up, and random buttons will appear on screen, and you click them, and a new one will come up, and you just repeat, and this happens in a loop of 50. And while you're clicking each button, the position and actions of your mouse over time are tracked. So X and Y position over time, as well as some attributes about the button, so the button position and dimensions. So that's that, and then this script here will actually just kick off the data collection process. So to actually run the data collection script, you'll run this Python script. So going into here, how will you actually use this? Going back to the root level of the repository, you can download the zip, and that will give you this file here, which you can unzip, which I've already done. Go inside into data collection, and then what we can do here is run the Python script. So I will be using command prompt. So I've opened command prompt here. And now what I need to do is to change the directory to this. So I'll copy that. CD change directory there. And now I can do Python collect data. Mouse data.py. What this does is starts the GUI, so I'll drag that over here. So this is what you see when you run the script. You press this button here to start the process. So I've edited this script to just run in a loop of 10 right now, so only 10 buttons will come up. And my mouse data is being tracked over time right now. So I click 10 buttons and the process pauses. It's no longer logging any movement right now. And I can just restart it when I'm free. Don't worry about misclicks. That's part of what makes real clicks real. And so that's 2 iterations done. And whenever you want to take a break or something, pause that, and then we can go into the data folder to see the log file that was created. So I'll copy that and look inside. So this is the button ID. So this is the button ID for the actual loop. So it goes 1 through 10 twice right now. Yep. So columns, button ID, mouse action. So this can be move or a click. This is the location of the mouse cursor at this time. This is the button location X, button Y, and this is width and height of the button. So dimensions of the button right now. So how do we actually make sense of that data? So that's what this path visualization notebook is for. So if you have Jupyter Notebook and you open this notebook, you'll have this, and I've already edited this. You'll need to make sure that this file name right here matches what your log output file is. So I'll be running this until it gets to the visualization. So okay. So now that we have the log file, we can actually display the plot of the mouse positions over time and actually get a visualization of the mouse paths. And this loop here actually saves these plots to a directory in this same folder. So we went through the loop twice, so now we have 20 plots of paths shown here. So I'll go into that. This is the directory that was made from that, and now we can see all these same paths here. And this is an example of an image that could be fed into a generative adversarial network. These would all be real images, and a discriminator would try to see if this is real or fake, and the generator would come up with some other random noisy image and trying to imitate whatever this is. Yeah, so that's the data collection process, and that's what we've got right now. And if you have any questions about that, let me know. Thanks.